Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I am Diego Castro. The Provincial Information Office of Isabela said the bodies of the Cessna plane crash victims have been retrieved and brought to Divilacan town proper. The ill-fated Cessna 206 aircraft carried one pilot and 5 passengers, all of whom have been confirmed dead. The Air Force is scheduled to deploy a chopper to transport the remains of Cauayan City to Cauayan City today once the weather improves. The wreckage of the plane was found last Thursday, almost 2 months after it went missing in January. More military personnel have been deployed in Negros provinces following the assassination of Governor Roel Degamo. Standing Joint Task Force Acting Spokesperson Zenon Pancito said this will strengthen peace and order in Negros Oriental and Occidental. The military will also assist the police in tracking down the suspects who remain at large. President Bongbong Marcos earlier ordered the creation of a joint task force composed of 2 brigades and 6 battalions to step up the operations. But Defense Officer in Charge Carlito Galvez clarified that this is not tantamount to a martial law declaration. Galvez notes that it's the lowest form of military action in response to a security threat.
May hierarchy po tayo na tinatawag natin yung ating calibrated response. So kung makita po natin, ang una muna po yung tinatawag na verbal call-out order. Second is yung state of emergency through lawless violence. Pangatlo, yung tinatawag nating suspension of habeas corpus. At pang-apat, yung martial law. Tayo po, nandito po tayo sa mababa. Dahil nakita po natin na napakaganda ng ginawa ng ating Armed Forces of the Philippines at saka PNP na right after, mga 5 hours after the incident, ay nahuli po natin kagad yung tatlong mga suspect.
Meanwhile, authorities are preparing to file a case against Congressman Arnie Teves and several others for illegal possession of firearms. Several weapons, ammunition, and explosives were seized from Teves' properties during a search operation on March 10. Teves Jr. earlier said he has yet to return some of the firearms after his license was revoked earlier this year. Police maintain that the raid was properly conducted and that the Teves family were not barred from documenting it. The operation came a day after 2 suspects pointed to a certain Kong Teves as the mastermind behind Degamo's murder.
Ating pinaghahandaan ngayon ay ang pagsasampa ng kaso po, no? Laban po dito sa mga subject po natin, sa pamilya po ng Teves po na subject po ng warrant. At ang ilan po mga individual na ating na-aresto during the conduct of the operation. Ito po ay ang mga paglabas po sa mga batas na pagpupos sa editan na pagmamay-ari ng mga pampasabog at baril.
Despite the heightened presence of the military in Negros, residents of the island still fear for their own security and livelihood. Residents say that although they are in favor of the military stepping up their operations in the island, they are afraid of getting caught in the middle of potential encounters, especially in public places.
Hindi namin maiwasan yung takot kasi now and then nagta-travel din kami papunta sa work. Now and then may checkpoint po yung PNP, yung AFP. So hindi ko po sa sarili ko kung baka biglaan po ma'am na baka yung hinahanap nila andyan. So tapos andun kami.
Some tourist destinations are also recording a drop in bookings. Local resort owners say some guests canceled their reservations following the killing of Degamo.
Nakita ko na mas nakunti na ang darating dito sa aming resort. Maraming nagka-cancel sa akin dahil yung talaga nga nangyari ngayon.
Sinasabi nila mismo ma'am na natatakot sila.
Yeah.
We did have a booking from Bacolod, company outing of 40. They were supposed to stay for 4 nights and then they canceled specifically because they were not sure or their company was not sure if the security or situation is safe.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The oil spill from the sunken oil vessel of Nauhan Oriental Mindoro is threatening to reach the Verde Island Passage due to a weakening amihan. This was revealed in the latest bulletin of the University of the Philippines Marine Science Institute. The UP-MSI warns that due to the weakening amihan, some of the oil may flow northwards towards the Verde Island Passage by March 16, affecting coastal areas of Calapan, Verde Island, and some parts of Batangas. Verde Island Passage, the body of water between Batangas and Mindoro, has the highest concentration of coastal fishes, coral, seagrasses, and mangroves, among others. UP-MSI also noted that with continuous release of oil from the sunken vessel, most of it would end up along the Nauhan coast and Pola Bay in Oriental Mindoro. The remains of a missing tugboat crew member in Cebu have been found. The Coast Guard said local fishermen of Barangay Ibo, Lapu-Lapu City found the cadaver floating. The victim's family eventually confirmed that the recovered body was that of the missing crew. Authorities reported that he jumped off from their tugboat, which collided with a cargo ship on Friday. Meanwhile, the PCG is monitoring a possible oil spill as the tugboat was carrying 60 liters of diesel.
So, nagpadala na po ang ating Marine Environmental Protection Unit sa Central Visayas upang i-assess yung area. Minimal lang naman po yung oil spill nakita. Tapos lahat ng mga measurements ginawa po natin para iwasan ang paglaganap ng oil na to.
Here are other headlines we're keeping our eyes on. The Chinese Embassy in Manila warns that the expansion of U.S. access to military bases in the Philippines will endanger regional stability. It accuses Washington of trying to, quote, secure its hegemony and selfish geopolitical interests and out of the Cold War mentality. Recall that the Philippines and the U.S. have agreed to add 4 more sites under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. Malacanang vows to study the findings of a United Nations study, saying that the country violated the rights of sexual slavery victims during World War II. The palace said it will submit a written response to the UN committee within 6 months, while noting that some victims have already been compensated. And in sports, Filipino Olympian Carlos Yulo won his second gold in the vault finals of the FIG World Cup Series in Baku, Azerbaijan. Yulo scored an average of 14.933 in the event, besting Great Britain's Harry Hepworth, who placed second, and Hong Kong's Shek Wai Hung, who ranked third. Yulo nabbed his first gold in the series parallel bars on Sunday. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.